If you start your own business or already run your own business or side hustle, if you've ever had a dream to do something, to launch something, you've probably noticed that as fast as you get your ideas and share them with other people point out where you're wrong, where it won't work, and where they tried it once and it didn't work for them. So this video is just a couple of ideas to help you in terms of your mindset, to keep you on the straight and narrow, to keep you positive when all around you are pointing out why it won't work. Like and subscribe, I mean, come on! If you read any story of any successful person, you'll notice there are certain themes, and the themes are all about not what the person did, but the mindset they brought to whatever their business was. Now, whether they're a successful sports person, entertainer, or somebody in business, there are these same themes that come over again and again and again, and I wanted to share these with you. Now, if you've seen any of my videos before, you'll know I'm not a mad tree hugger. I'm not going to go all hippie on you. I'm not going to say, hey, peace and love, man. But I am going to share these with you because all of them have a strong basis in psychological fact, and they absolutely will affect your chances of success. So here's the first one. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. Now take a moment to consider that. If you're hanging out with people that are starting businesses, and they're always coming up with new ideas, if they are launching little side hustles, if they are commercial people through and through, do you not think that that's going to start to affect the way you think, the way you understand opportunities and possibilities? Do you not see that that energy is going to transfer to you to a point where you start to think, I reckon I could do this? But what if your 5 best friends, what if the 5 people you spend all your time with are your 5 loser mates down the pub? Now, nothing wrong with loser mates. They're brilliant to spend time with occasionally. But if they're the only people you spend your time with, how do you think your mind is going to be ticking over? You want to get into that frame of mind. This, by the way, works absolutely when you start to think about your work environment. Who do you work with on a day-by-day basis? Who sits near you? Who's in your work area? Who do you go out in the van with every day? Those are the people, as an average over 5 or 6 people, who will affect the way that you behave and will affect your success. Keep that in mind if you want a different outcome. Here's the second thing I've noticed, and Mark Twain, I think, put this very, very well a long time ago. He said, don't argue with stupid people. They will drag you down and beat you with experience. Take a moment to think about what this means. Now, any of us on social media have seen these long arguments that start. Somebody says something, somebody piles in, and before you know where you are, there's an enormous thread of all of these competing points of view. And you must have read those on occasion and thought, none of this makes sense. Now, unless you're trying to build up some massive profile of anger online, and I'm sure you're not, trying to argue with people just for some small point of a win or a loss just isn't worth it. If you're trying to start your business, if you're trying to get your side hustle go, if you're trying to become the next great artist or painter or musician or videographer or actor, focus on what you do, focus on what's right for you, and focus on what your fans, your followers, your connections tell you is working. And those people that just want to stand on the sidelines and point out the mistakes, let them do that. And here's the final idea I want you to consider. Do you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Here's the way to figure it out. When people say to you, hey, I've got a great idea, we could, and they suggest their newest idea to you, are the first words out of your mouth, yeah, and, or, yeah, but? You don't need to be rah-rahing and high-fiving every suggestion. And of course, it's important you keep your critical facilities working. You don't just say yes to everything. But equally, there are those people, and you've seen them online, who the moment you put an idea out or a video out or a suggestion out, they will tell you everything's wrong with it. They'll tell you why it doesn't work or why it won't work or why it's too tricky. These are the yes but people. These are the people with the closed mindset, the fixed mindset. That would never work for me. I can't do it. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not educated enough. I'm overeducated. None of this makes sense.
No.
No man, no man, no man, no man.
If you want to move forward in something that you're trying to launch, you need to work hard on being a yes and person. Build on suggestions. Find what is possible. Find the common ground. Find what you can do to move the idea forward and develop and work with and nurture that collaborative way of working. So in this video, I've shared with you some key ideas. First of all, you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. Keep that in mind if you've got some grand plans to go forward. The second idea I shared with you was don't argue with stupid. Now, of course, none of us think we're stupid, and when we're arguing a point, we're arguing a point that we believe in. But consider this. If you've got a side hustle you're trying to launch, if you've got something you're trying to do which is difficult, trying to get an idea up off the ground, where do you want your energy going? On your new idea, or trying to prove to that one person that they're wrong? Don't even bother. And finally, I spoke to you about fixed mindset and growth mindset. Yes, but people, yes, and people. If you want to move forward, if you want to make the most out of your new idea, your side hustle, your business, your big grand plan, make sure you're working as hard as you can not to be a fixed mindset person, not to be a yeah, but person. Instead, embrace a growth mindset. Embrace a yes and. Start to see possibilities, build on those possibilities, and take your idea as far as it can go. If this video has helped you, please take a moment to put a comment in, please like it, and of course, subscribe.